Hi guys, this is Aegis, and I've got a game here between Complexity's Minigun, who switched over from Root recently when Root joined, not really joined, Complexity. And on the other side, we do have mouzThorZaiN playing as the Red Terran player. Whoops, I should set busy. Let's do that. And this is on Shakuras Plateau. It is the non-Blizzard version, MLG version, with the supply depot at the bottom of the ramp to prevent any sort of funny business at the bottom of the ramp. And we'll see what these two players decide to pull out of their bag of build orders for this map. ThorZaiN throwing down his supply depot back behind his mineral line, and over here with Complexity's minigun, we have his pylon coming up inside his base as well. And please do subscribe if you like what you see on my channel. I've got a lot of games coming up from the American Pro League. Week 3 is this weekend, and we'll see how that goes. It'll determine the final set of people advancing into the round of 16. Complexity's minigun is chrono boosting all of his probes as of the moment. We've got a barracks coming up for ThorZaiN at a pretty standard timing. He doesn't have any gas, so that does say that he may be going for some sort of fast expand. A little bit of worker on worker action over here. Looks like the refinery is coming up right now. I guess I was looking for the gas a little bit too early, so he is going for a pretty standard build as of the moment. We've got an assimilator coming up for Complexity's minigun. And he's still chrono boosting the probes now, rallying one into the corner to possibly throw down a pylon. There goes the pylon. And probe still continuing to harass and come around the side over here. First Marine is now on the way. Putting the injured guy in gas is always a good thing. Oh, stealing the gas does not want ThorZaiN going for any sort of Banshee play. And an SCV is going to be scouting over towards the Protoss player's base. Going to be finding out exactly what is going on. Complexity's minigun looking to throw down a somewhat late-ish cybernetics core. Didn't throw that down immediately after the gateway came up, and here's this SCV now scouting into the main of the Complexity's minigun, also throwing down his own gas. Looks like that gas has completed, and a tech lab is on the way for this barracks. Probe is going to be scooting its way out of here. Looks like it will not be getting away. I want to take a look to see if that probe saw. No, it did not see the Tech Lab add-on, so he doesn't really know what is coming up. And there is a Cybernetics core now finished and chrono boosting a Stalker to get rid of that pesky scouting SCV. And it looks like the Warp Gate research has been started as well, and we have a pretty fast expansion coming out of ThorZaiN. Is grabbing that immediately after getting that tech, or getting his gas stolen, so he will be able to get his fast expansion. We'll see how Complexity's minigun responds to this one. He does have a Stalker out in the field. We'll see this probably poke out across the map to see what's going on, and there is a sentry on the way as well. And he still hasn't really thrown any extra tech down. He may be going for that one gate fast expansion. He does have a probe at the ready, and there is going to be a Nexus coming up right now. There's the Nexus on the way, and ThorZaiN is going to have his expansion ahead of Minigun. He is throwing up a bunker over here to protect his ramp. And the Stalker is still chilling back at home, is not going to be moving out to check out anything. SCV still poking around the map to see if our Protoss player is hiding anything. We've got another gateway on the way, a pylon over here, going to be spotting for any sort of drop action, I guess. We have another sentry on the way. A second gateway is, a third gateway is on the way. A SCV does make its way into the main, so it does see everything that's going on. It sees the expansion, it sees the extra gateways coming up. Stalker and sentries are going to be able to come over here and finish this SCV off. And it looks like a probe has made its way into the center to guard the Xel'Naga watchtower. Bunker has been filled up. Another barracks is on the way, so 3 racks has not cleaned up the assimilator in the main as of yet. Hasn't grabbed any of the gas over here either. Engineering bay on the way to get a possible turret just in case of any sort of Dark Templar action. We've got probes now transferring out over to the natural expansion. 2 gateways opening up into warp gates. We've got his units positioned to pick off any sort of scouting units as well. There is also a factory on the way for ThorZaiN is going to be picking off this refinery, finally throwing down the 2 refineries at his natural expansion. And the missile turret is now complete, getting that bunker, a second bunker now finishing up as well. He doesn't really have that much map presence on the side of Minigun, so he can't be sure if any sort of 6K action is about to happen. But it does not look like we're going to be seeing any of that. Robotics facility and a Templar archives on the way. So Minigun is going for pretty fast Templar here. We'll see if he decides to make some Archons and go for a push, or if he decides to just get some Templar right off the bat. And there is the Psionic Storm getting researched. 1 High Templar getting warped in over there. And ThorZaiN does have his missile turret up, but there's no threat of Dark Templar as of the moment. Yet another gateway on the way for Minigun, and ThorZaiN is throwing up his starport, going to be going for some reactor units off of that starport, possibly some Vikings if he suspects that Colossus are on the way. It looks like he's starting a supply depot over here, going to be very obnoxious when Minigun decides to take his 3rd base. Minigun still not making all that many units, still making a couple of High Templar over here, chrono boosting that Psionic Storm upgrade. Does have enough Storm to use on 2 of these High Templar already, so he may be going for that fast 3rd real soon. He's racking up some minerals, now warping in a warp prism, so he may be going for a storm drop. We'll see how well this works out for him. He does have these another gateway coming up. He is rallying that, never mind, he is rallying it back to those High Templar, are going to load them up, and there comes the load up. Going to be transferring those High Templar all across the map to see how much damage they can do. Those 2 High Templar are making their way across the bottom of the map. We'll see if that supply depot does manage to spot it, if it moves in that direction. We also have the units from ThorZaiN moving out across the map, mostly Marine and Marauder action over there. There is a Hellion now coming forth as well. 2 High Templar, they do have Storm, and it looks like there is 1 drop into the main, and ThorZaiN may do a lot of damage with this. Just 1 Hellion is making its way in here. It looks like it will not be aiming to do any damage, and Minigun is pulling back just a little bit. He may not have spotted that Hellion as of yet. A Zealot warping in there will be able to deal with that 1 Hellion. And it looks like, where is that dropship? Oh man. Oh, there it is. Here's our Warp Prism now moving across the map. We'll see how much damage that is able to do. 2 Vikings looking for it, and it may just cross paths and kill off this dropship. Those 2 Vikings are going to miss it, so I don't know yet. Looks like that Viking is going to spot that Warp Prism, and that Warp Prism is done for. It's going to try to make a run for it, maybe drop those High Templar down on the ground, and it looks like those 2 High Templar are going to be running for it. 1 Storm going down. We'll see if it's able to kill off a Viking. Looks like that other High Templar is trying to run away to its other buddies over here. The Stalkers will be able to reinforce him and give him the ground support that he does need. Another War Prism on the way, so Minigun has not given up on this. Going to be sending it in the other direction now. We've got 3 more gateways on the way, as well as another a forge. And it looks like his ball is starting to form up a little bit. A Storm going to be killing off a single Marine. Probably not too well. I guess his life was worth it. And we do have ThorZaiN now moving out across the map with his units now. He does have the ghosts out on the field, and he will be able to do some EMPs. He has 3 ghosts already, and there is a observer going to be checking that out as well. A Nexus now on the way for Minigun. He did clear up that supply depot and will be getting up his 3rd base. Both armies looking fairly even, and both players keeping their money low. We do have the chrono boost down on the Zealot legs, as well as more observers on the way. No sort of Colossus tech on the way at any point in this game yet. We have these Marines going to be coming out over here, going to see how much damage they can do. A Photon Cannon's coming up for Minigun at his 3rd base. ThorZaiN chilling at the Watchtower, And a scan going down, you're going to be seeing the composition of Minigun's army. I guess it doesn't really see this part of the army, but that's okay. He sees most of it. We have the upgrades, +2 attack, and the +1 ground armor on the way, finishing up the Zealot legs as well. A single SCV keeping charge of this area for the moment. We'll see when he gets killed off by Minigun's army. 145 food for Minigun to the 136. ThorZaiN also grabbing his third base, a planetary fortress over here. He has the +2 ground armor on the way. Looks like we've got a drop over here. Bunch of Zealots and a Dark Templar in here, going to be killing off a lot of units. Those two Zealots going to be cleaning up a bunch of SCVs. Look at the saturation here. It looks like we got 31 workers killed all at once. Wow, that did a lot of damage. And ThorZaiN has got to be reeling from that one. 134 food to 155 for Minigun. That one missile turret was not enough to do the damage necessary to clean up any sort of action over there. We've got a Marine drop over here, going to be denying this expansion from mining for a moment, but it looks like ThorZaiN does survive most of those Marines and will be backing up into that corner. And Protoss is still looking uncomfortable about moving out. He is getting Blink upgrade as well as the +2 ground, or I already said that, ground weapons, and the +2 ground armor now, +2 ground weapons finishing up, and +2 ground armor starting up. And it looks like we've got another command center on the way for ThorZaiN, and a Nexus on the way for Minigun as well. This Marine drop may have been forgotten, and there is a High Templar at the ready. Does not quite have enough energy for Storm yet, but will be as soon as this drop decides to happen. Looks like that medevac will be pulling back. And ThorZaiN now pushing forward. 173 food, going to be cleaning up a Zealot. Oh, EMP used to clean up. And Observer looks like Minigun is going to be advancing forward with a High Templar and a Zealot. We'll see how much damage this is able to do. That one Marine is going to be coming over here. That Zealot will be able to clean him up if he so desires. Looks like he is backing up to the main army. Going to let the Stalkers do some damage as well. Still yet another Observer. Scan going down. A Storm going down as well. Going to be draining those medevacs of their energy, but they are at full energy, so those Storms need to do more damage than that. Minigun reaching 189 food is about to be max. He has Templars at every base as well as a Zealot to keep watch. ThorZaiN looks like he's not too sure what to do as of the moment, just keeping watch in the center. And here comes the Protoss army. Looks like it will not decide to push. Observer coming forth yet again. A Ghost is going to be coming over here and maybe doing an advanced EMP. That Ghost is cloaking and is sniping off a couple of units, and that one Ghost getting picked off. And the two Vikings over here trying to do some damage to those Observers, and it looks like they were able to pick off those Observers. A Colossus now on the way. Looks like this expansion is in a deep trouble. Nice Storm going down on the majority of that army, going to be able to do a lot of damage. And here comes the remainder of the Protoss army, and the EMP is going off on all of the High Templar. Those High Templar are toast. And it looks like ThorZaiN pushing in here. Medevacs in the air, still healing up. The Ghosts in the back shooting away. Cloaked Ghost cleaning up Minigun's army. 163 food to the 118 of Minigun. And that third base goes down really quickly. This fourth base is gravely in danger. There are 4 gateways over here going to be morphing into those gateways, and the probes hiding scared over here. That one Colossus out on the field. We'll see if he's able to hold this off. And it looks like ThorZaiN is taking a very distinct lead. 131 food for Minigun and 163 for ThorZaiN. More snipes going down, Colossus going down immediately. GG calls Minigun, and this game goes easily to ThorZaiN, who takes this game by using a bunch of cloaked Ghosts, EMPs, snipes going off on the entire Protoss army. Great game here. If you do enjoy what you see on my channel, please do subscribe. This is Aegis, signing off.